What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman and Ben Rasa here for Awesemo.com, and we are back with another edition of our PGA ConTENders, our best bets for this week's Valspar. I'm excited for it. I want to get back to my winning ways because I actually missed on all three last week. Ben, on the other hand, did pick up a nice one. But before we get into what Ben did last week, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all of our other content at Awesemo.com goes live. Ben, you actually got a winner last week. I don't mean actually as if you never get winners, but I mean, I didn't. So you need to at least talk a little bit about what you did last week.
Yeah, you know what? I was a little jealous. I was in a groove a little earlier in the year, and then you started to really get hot. I had to get in on the fun, so I missed the outright. Bubba and Scheffler had a chance. I really liked that, but you know what? They were 16-1 to win the tournament. Peter Uihlein and Richie Werenski were 16-1 to come in the top five. Great Sunday. Really great 4 days for them, though. Cash that. That's one of my bigger tickets. I mean, 16-1 is a nice payday. It gives you plenty of bullets to make some more wagers, and that's what we're going to do here at Valspar.
I shouldn't bring this up, but I will, because I don't think that it's going to get anybody anywhere if we don't actually hit on the negatives that we have. I, unfortunately, had a miss the cut bet that won the entire tournament. And that is that's something special. That's hard to do.
But I will say, being serious, because that's absolutely hilarious, the good thing about things of that nature and outrights, that's the same as we talk about this all the time. Like if you're betting an outright, if your guy gets cut or comes in second, it's a loss. And Cam Smith and Leishman, you had them plus 275 to miss that cut. Whether they made the cut on the number or won the tournament, it's the same result for you.
Yeah, it just looks
humiliating.
It is incredibly humiliating.
That's
yes.
true.
So I need to get off that schneid a little bit. So I think it is time to dive in. Would you like me to go first, or would you like to go first?
You know what? I'm gonna press my luck. I'm gonna go first. We're gonna see how we do here, and I'm gonna try to go for the cycle. I'm gonna give you fair warning. I'm going first for an outright here. Going to 30-1 Scotty Scheffler. It's a guy that you like. It's a guy that I like. He makes a lot of cuts, but more importantly than that, he's just a world-class player. We've seen that time and time again. No weakness coming off. Certainly played in the team event, but he was 18th at the Masters. You know, really just consistent game. Gain strokes in all four categories, which I want to see. You know, heading into Valspar, it's just a case of 30-1 in a field like this. Not that it's a horrible field, but he's one of the better players here. And I just look at his off the tee game. I look at his around the green game. It comes down to the putter. He's going to need to make a few, but everyone's going to have to make a few. So this is just the type of number. I feel comfortable backing 30-1 Scotty Scheffler basically in any non-major. And that's going to apply this week, and that's where I'm starting my card.
So I will say, you and I have not discussed our picks yet. So we do not have an overlap here for Scheffler, even though it would have been very possible that we did. But we are basically explaining the exact same thing here, even down to the putting. And these are like, it's in my notes the same way. I'm also going to the outright market for my first one. We're in the same sort of area for odds, 35-1 here for Abraham Ancer, a guy that I definitely have not taken in any of our videos, at least not to my knowledge. So from a course fit perspective, there's not too much that I'm really leaning on, other than I'm trying to find guys that are a little bit better from a driving accuracy perspective. That seems to fit the bill quite well for Abraham Ancer. Third in driving accuracy so far in 2021, 43rd last year, but either way, you know, near the top, and I'll take it. 6 straight cuts, no worse than T26. So he's been playing solid golf over the past 2 months or so. It's going to take a little bit of a luck to get him to the top of the tournament, you know, with the putter, but that's kind of the case for every single person every week. You want to catch a little bit of luck with the flat stick if you can. And when like push comes to shove, looking at the odds in this like 30-1 to 40-1 range, I think he's just better than a lot of the guys that are in that same range. Justin Rose, Kokrak, those guys have better odds right now than Ancer, and I just don't think that they're better golfers than him right now. So I'm going to Ancer at 35-1.
That's fair. No problem with Ancer. I think he mirrors Corey Connors' game, and Corey Connors is one of the chalkier picks of the week, particularly on the DFS side. So he's going to gain off the tee, and we'll see. Again, to win a golf tournament, you have to be, honestly, have an outlier performance. That's how you win. I'm going down here. We're going to, like I said, keep it going. I'm going for the clean sweep. So give myself some opportunities here. Going to the top 5 market. And I'm going to a guy who honestly is playing fantastic golf in Lucas Glover, another guy that you go to a lot. Tee to green, he's just been absolutely phenomenal, basically plus the entire year. He was 4th at Valero, followed up with a 33rd at Heritage, 4 straight positive with the putter in terms of events, and he's a premium ball striker. So I just look at this guy, his body of work speaks for itself. Certainly long-term, he's got ebbs and flows in his game, but he's got experience at Valspar. He's played here a ton, and he's just, I think right now, trending upward. So if you were going to give me a number like 12-1 for a top 5 with Lucas Glover, I'm going to get behind that, and I think he continues his good form in 2021 here.
I feel like I should just be reading off the picks that you're making, given how often I've taken some of
these. These are all your guys. I stole them. It's true.
I'm totally fine with that. I am also going to the top 5 market for my second pick. We're not overlapping here at all. This guy is plus 300 at some books. I'm seeing a line right now at plus 490, which is a massive, massive difference in odds. Give me top 5 for Viktor Hovland. I have no complaints at all about his driving accuracy, but we know his off the tee game is superb. He is 4th in strokes gained off the tee in 2021, and he was super hot to start the season. A win at Mayakoba, top 10 at the Farmers, at Genesis, at Workday. It's kind of a bummer that he missed the cut at the Players, but he rebounded with 2 solid showings, so I can't be too upset. I have no reason to suspect that Viktor Hovland couldn't win this tournament just simply outright, but I want to give myself a little bit of wiggle room, and once I saw that plus 490 number, I knew that I had to jump on that for one of my picks today.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Hovland, he's in the bucket of players that if they bring their A game, no matter what the layout is, no matter what the course is, they're going to have an opportunity. He is one of the best drivers of the ball in the world. He's gotten better around the green, and I think this is an opportunity for him to showcase that. He's not great, and that's going to probably be the deciding factor, but he's got the ball striking where he can mask even that type of around the green play. So I can get behind it for sure. My final guy, this is never can quit this guy. Top 10 market, so I have some room, and again, it's a good price. 14-1 for a top 10 on Luke List. Good old Luke List. I just get sucked in. So he was 17th at Valero, and everything was very solid. Then he rebounded at Heritage, and he gained 4.5 strokes on the approach, but he only came in 58th. And you look, it's because he lost 5.5 strokes putting. And that's what Luke List does. But you know what? Luke List also benefits immensely from short tracks like this, where he is forced to club down in some circumstances. It keeps him out of trouble. He is not a bad scrambler. He's not a good putter. We know that. But everything else really checks out. And I do think that Valspar does fit his game. He's been pretty good here, 16th in 2018, 27th in 2017. And the numbers bear that out. Both of those were while he lost strokes putting. So age-old question, if he can flip the putter, what can I get? And I do think he is very live for a top 10 in those scenarios.
I love that without us even having a conversation, we both went outright top 5, top 10, and didn't overlap at all, which is really exciting. That's perfect. We didn't plan on that.
No, we didn't. We absolutely did not.
It's great. So I obviously am also going to the top 10 market. Plus 500 on Russell Henley. He is 24th in driving accuracy in 2021, so it's continuing to fit my theme of accurate guys off the tee. And we know that distance off the tee for Henley, not exactly a thing, a bit lacking there. He has been exceptional this year. 2 top 10s in his last 3 events, Honda and Heritage. He was able to pull off that top 10 at Heritage while losing 2 strokes putting, which is not really easy to do. You don't want to be giving it up at all if you're in the top 10, but just goes to show, I wonder what could happen if you don't give up 2 strokes putting. I think he keeps the ball in the fairway. I think he leans on his approach game, and I think he keeps himself in contention throughout the weekend. I don't think top 10 is all that crazy, particularly at plus 500. So you and I are both looking for the clean sweep, which is a little bit harder when it's 6 unique golfers, but I'd be happy to get the clean sweep here.
Yeah, the good thing though, and this is where golf betting is somewhat unique, we got 6 different ones, but basically, if we even hit one as a team, we're coming out ahead more likely than not. So we've got opportunities here, and we've got a vast card. Maybe we'll get the clean sweep. I don't know. It's going to be this is a wide open tournament. Listen, we certainly have more content over on Awesemo.com. You can find the DFS plays and all the tools, but you've got JT, you've got DJ. After that, though, it is very wide open. And I think the range that we've targeted, that next batch of players, is very primed to make some noise this week.
And the main thing that you need to be doing, everybody, go to oddshopper.awesemo.com. It is the place that you can find all of the odds that we are talking about. You need to shop around. If you aren't looking for the best line before you put your bets in, you are leaving money on the table, and the only person you're hurting is yourself. So make sure you're going there. You can track all of your bets. You can set alerts if you find odds that you are looking for. It's really a fantastic tool. oddshopper.awesemo.com. It's another PGA ConTENders in the books. We will be back again next week for...
I believe it's Quail Hollow, one of my absolute favorites. I love that tournament. It's in your neck of the woods. So I believe Quail Hollow is on tap, and the PGA Championship coming up fast and furious.
Cannot wait. We will see you guys again next week for another edition of the PGA ConTENders. So hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. And then follow us to the promised land. Let's win some money. We'll talk to you guys again next week.